Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I am here with my 7th layout using the Poet Society kit from Studio Calico. And this one I'm going to be scrapping some of my besties. These are some fellow military spouses that I became very good friends with when we lived in Tucson. And this was actually a picture from my little going away party that one of my friends had thrown for our family. So a bunch of us got into a picture, and it was so good. So for this one, I want to use that very graphic script background there. And I love that paper. It's so beautiful. That is from Studio Calico. And it's just so pretty. I love the script on it. And what I'm going to do is I used a piece of just white cardstock. That's from Basil from the kit. And back to my paper, and I'm going to do another element right next to it, right there with that big, large wood veneer. And someone had mentioned on I believe it was my my picture selection. It might have been when I was talking about that wood veneer. And someone had mentioned on that video, it would be really cool if you used some pattern paper behind it, that kind of shows the windows. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So I was looking at a couple of the pattern papers, and I end up going with this vellum. And the vellum just adds a little bit of softness to it. And some of the pattern papers I had, everything was very bold and big, and I just didn't want to. What am I trying to say? I didn't want to cover up too much of a pattern. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go with the vellum. All right. And I'm going to do a little bit of layering here. I'm going to use a couple strips on the bottom, and I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I'm going to put that, because I was trying to decide if I wanted to use one of those journaling cards, but I decided not to. Up at the top, I put a strip of paper. That's a piece of paper that came from the kit. I don't remember the manufacturer because I threw it away, but it's from a French company. And it has like the atmosphere kind of thing. So it's just a little pop of blue up at the top. And on the bottom there, I have laying on the bottom is, I'm going to use one of the branding strips from a piece of paper, and then one of the, just a little extra strip of paper that I got from another layout that I did. Just a little scrap. I keep all my scraps together so I can use them up, especially for my kids. I keep all my scraps with my kits so I can use them up as I need to. So I'm using glossy accents to go ahead and get this large wood veneer piece down, and that is from Studio Calico and came in the kit. The vellum is from Doodlebug as well, and that came in the kit as well. So I just stuck it down, and I'm going to use my craft knife to cut it out as soon as it's all nice and dry and stuck down. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go ahead and get these things down. So that's a branding strip from a piece of paper. And then the blue was a strip from when I did a couple layouts ago about my sister and my niece. I used that blue polka dot, so that's where that's from. I'm using the darker side here. It's not completely straight, but I'm going to cover up the end, so I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to add this dark blue strip at the top here. And go ahead and get this cut out with my craft knife. I'm just going to go all around the edges here. Hope my head doesn't get in the way too much. I'm just trying to make sure I get it all straight. I think I'm probably watching Bones too. Probably shouldn't have been watching a show and using a craft knife at the same time. Occupational hazard. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these things stuck down here. That's a chipboard flower that I have had in my stash for I don't even know how long. I don't even know where that came from, but it's been sitting on my little cart. So I used it up here, just a nice little pink. And that helps bring out the pink and the vellum on the opposite side as well. So for my title, I am going to use these little basic gray letters. Those are from my stash. And I'm writing out, "Hey, sexy ladies." But I'm saying hey like there's a whole bunch of E's. And when you read that, if you could go ahead and read that like you're singing the song Gangnam Style, because that's where it came from. Just that little part where he says, "Hey, sexy lady." So that's what my title is. Nice and fun. I didn't have a second Y, so I'm using this 9, and I'm going to punch out a little bit from the top and make it look like a Y. There we go. Looks like a Y, right? And I just use my small little hole punch to punch out the little top there. And a whole bunch of E's. And there's my title. I'm going to use this little printable tag, and it says amazing on it. It's a nice teal color. Helps bring out the blue from the bottom strip. I'm going to sit that right next to my title. And then the little circle that says "You are amazing" that's in the middle of the wood veneer right now, that is also from a printable sheet. I probably got that at Studio Calico. I get most of my printable sheets from Studio Calico. So I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling on this piece of craft, and then I'll cut it out and put it along the bottom strips there. Just talking about how I love these girls, and in a military community, a lot, when you make your friends, like, you are friends, and they literally become your family, and mainly it's because, you know, we're in the same community, we're all going through the same thing, all of our husbands did the same job, so, you know, we understood when things got hard, we understood when we needed help, and we were always 100% there for each other. So, I definitely think of them as family, and I miss them. Okay, so I'm going to use these rub-ons. I'm going to use up the rest of these rub-ons from this sheet here. I used a little heart on the bottom, and then on the top I'm just going to add this little flower cluster right next to the chipboard flower. And that's all white and gray. And that uses up that entire rub-on sheet. So I used up the rub-on sheet from the kit, so that's made me very happy. I'm going to go ahead and get this element stuck down. I'm using glossy accents right along the where the wood grain is, or where the wood veneer is, and then I put a little bit in the middle. It's going to be covered up with this printable here, and I'm going to pop up the printable on pop dots so it stands up a little bit in the middle. And I'm going to use a sticker from the sticker sheet. It says "Make Today Matter," and I put that there because, you know, that was from my farewell party, or from our family farewell party, so we were making sure that we were saying goodbye and, you know, saying sweet things to each other and making it really matter that time that we had there. I used a few gems from Studio Calico there that came in the kit. And what else do I pull in? I'm trying to think. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm just going through my little tin here from Freckled Fawn and just trying to see. I had pulled out quite a few things from my kits, just things that I could easily get through and that I wanted to keep on my desk so I can try to work through some stuff. I have this extra sticker here. It just looks like a label with a pink outline. And I'm pulling in a couple little things here that I have on my cart. They're little cameras from Freckled Fawn, but I don't end up using them. And I'm trying to put something there, but I'm just not sure what I want to do. I'm pretty sure I end up adding the date to that sticker down there. I'm thinking about it. I didn't want to put too much on the page because I really wanted the font script to stand out in the background. I didn't want to, you know, cover that up or anything. So I kept everything pretty central and just didn't, you know, overdo it. So I do end up putting the date on there. I don't think I did that on camera. No, I didn't. So you'll see it in the close-up here. But that is my completed page. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back again real soon with some more Studio Calico Poet Society layouts. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.